includes Game 1 of our doubleheader. Kyle Lowry getting the word, fifth straight All-Star appearance, and Chris Middleton of the Bucks.
Well deserved.
Makes his first All-Star team in his 7th season. And here he finds the Greek Freak. And you're right, Kevin, it did seal it, and the Milwaukee Bucks, 105-92 winners, have won their last 2, 8 of their last 9, 10 of their last 12, and they win the season series over the Raptors, 3-1. Bucks now 33-1 when they take a lead to the fourth quarter. And for Coach Mike Budenholzer, he will be one of the All-Star coaches by virtue of that win.
Well deserved.
Over the Toronto Raptors. So Nick Nurse had a chance, but he needed to win the last 2, or the next 2, and have Coach Bud lose. So Milwaukee 105-92. And again, we have that conversation. We've talked about Philadelphia's strength. This is a Milwaukee team, though. Yeah, you got the Freak, but you have so many guys in there like Bledsoe, like Brogdon, like Brook Lopez, like Tony Snell. All these guys. This is a pretty talented, deep, defensively long team.
Well, they are. My only concern, but they're not better. They don't have a better bench than Boston.
Yeah.
They don't have
a better bench. Okay.
a better bench.
Okay.
They don't have a better bench than Toronto.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we can disagree.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying, I think Toronto's bench just as good or better. Same thing with the Celtics. Philly, I think Philly still need one more guy. But listen, you got 4 elite teams. Like I said, I'm not going to get on TV and act like I know who's going to win. I think you could take any one of the 4 teams right now and says, hey, I like my chances.
I have a question. When you say bench, we all know that rotation is they're going to lower the number. So that's 3 people that they're going to use in the playoffs, right?
I would
3,
play
4?
more. I would play more.
Playing 9.
I said Milwaukee's better if you got 4. I like Tony Snell. I like Fine. I like the Ilyasova.
Thon is a guy who hasn't even played because they're talking about trading. He wants to be traded because he's not playing. He could play
I like
on most
Sterling
teams.
Brown. I like George Hill.
I always love it when guys say they want to be traded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, here's a good guy, a player, and then they trade. Do you think about they traded away John Henson, who was another length guy? These guys have so much talent. Milwaukee, I think they're underrated talent. I do think that Snell was one of the most underrated players.
But I'm saying, I don't think their bench is better. Like I say, I'm not saying, first of all those guys are fine players, but their bench is no better than Boston.
Okay, I agree.
But defensively, they're a very good ball club.
They are.
You hold that Toronto team that averages 114-92 in their gym and snap their 10-game winning streak at home.
To me, what Milwaukee's biggest problem is going to be,
What's that?
out of all those guys I mentioned earlier when we were talking about, I says, you take away Kyrie, Giannis, and Kawhi Leonard. Philly got the next 3 best players.
Okay, take Philly out the equation. Who has the next best 2 players in those other 3 teams if they have to play each other and you take Philly out the equation? You see what I'm saying? So
I know. I'm saying
their best players. Let's say all cancel.
So we're gonna say.
Let's say they all cancel out. Kyrie, Kawhi.
Who's the second best player on the Celtics?
That's my point. You
Jason
tell me,
Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Would
You take him over Middleton and second best player? You think he's a better player?
I'd take Middleton.
Okay. See, there
But what scares me about Milwaukee, the point I was getting ready to make, out of all those teams I mentioned, the Greek Freak is the only one who has to play great every night. Like, Kawhi doesn't have to play great every night. There's no guy on
He doesn't have to play.
He does not. Kyrie does not have to play great every night. When you have to beat these elite teams, Ernie, 4 times in a week, that's my only concern with Milwaukee. I love Greek Freak, but he has to play great for them to win.
And it hasn't been a problem for him.
Yeah, but the playoffs are not going to be the same as the regular season, Ernie.
This is true.